Hey, good afternoon. Today is January 1, 2022. It is the first day of the new year. We've just come off of a week-long vacation. The wife and I, we were out traveling with the RV with some of our friends. It's been fantastic. We're back at home now for the weekend, and I go back to work on Monday. So what I want to do today is start working on some of these bikes I have in the garage. First and foremost, I've got this new one here, which I'll show you guys, and it's a special one. So special to me. So this year, our group of friends, we are going to try and race the Evolution Series inside the Florida Trail Riders FTR Series, on top of racing on our Sunday Series, which we currently do now, which is fine, which we really enjoy. But we've all been getting there and camping on Saturdays, and we're getting there earlier and earlier, and we spend the day watching everybody else race and kind of setting up and just chilling out and hanging out, which is fun. But why not get an hour and a half race into on the same day? So we went ahead out, all of us have gone out and started to look at different bikes, the Evolution Series. Now the Evolution Series is unique because that means, Evolution means you have to have an air-cooled bike with drum brakes. Now, obviously, an air-cooled bike with drum brakes was made a long time ago. For me, I went all the way back to the mid-80s to find a bike, and I don't even know if they still made some drum brake bikes in the 90s or not, but certainly in the 80s. Obviously, when you go back further than that, you can do that as well. We're not trying to ride the Vintage Series bikes, which take you back into the 70s, but certainly the Evolution Series we're going to race. So next weekend, which would be the first weekend of the year for the FTR Series, would be the Mondin Hill race, and that's put on by the Suncoast Trailblazers. Now, I had planned on working that race, which I'm going to do, but at the same time, I was going to try and ride the Evolution Series on Saturday and then still work the rest of the weekend, Sunday as well. But some other things have come up, so I'm not going to be able to race that Evolution day, but I still need to get the bike ready for the next one after that. We had a good buddy of ours who, unfortunately, out of the blue, had a heart attack and died. And so his services are on Saturday, so we'll be heading to that instead. So God bless him and his family. Awful stuff going on with that. Heart disease, #1 killer in America, if you didn't know it. You can follow my journey with the open heart surgery and all that too, and tell you all the lifestyle changes I've made, including riding dirt bikes, which is, I believe, helped me tremendously in my fitness, just to stay healthy, so I don't have that massive heart attack. Hopefully not. So anyway, so what we're going to do today is I want to go ahead and strip down this old bike. I'll show you the bike, get it kind of ready. You got to change the tires. Certainly the tires are old. Tell you a little bit about it, and then most likely it'll just be a bunch of fast motion stuff initially for me breaking it down and getting it ready. I'll probably incorporate it into this video going out to Mondin Hill, trying to work at the back of the scenes, essentially all B-roll and my other buddies racing, because I'll be working the race. It won't actually be it won't be any riding video for me in this one at all. So those of you just want to see me crashing, which I put those specific videos out, that won't happen this weekend because I'm not going to be racing this race. But I am going to get this bike ready to go. Let me show you this bike. Okay, what did I do? I went out and I bought this amazingly clean, amazingly beautiful 1986 Honda XL 250R. Now, this bike actually has some significance to me, because back in probably 93 is when I crashed. I can't remember the exact date, but I owned this exact bike. Not this exact bike, but this year bike, this make and model bike back in the 90s. I bought this 1986 bike in 1990 as a used bike, and I bought it as an enduro so I could travel to and from work. This is back when I was in the military. And I was out in the desert of California at Edwards Air Force Base at the testing facility there. And I would commute back and forth from a little place called California City onto the post and go to work. And I would do that routinely because the weather was always good out there. But uniquely, the weather in California would have some pretty good significant rainstorms would come in. So back in the day, I would be traversing through, following the roads, on the side of the roads, just riding on the road. And then I would go in and out of the ditches, in and out of the washes that were there. Go down a wash, go up the other side and all that. Well, one day it had rained previously, and I didn't realize that the washes, the sidewalls of the wash had washed out. right? So now instead of it being a nice smooth downhill and back uphill, this is back in the early days. I was in my 20s back in the day. So like 90, I don't know, 92, 93, something like that. I must have been 90. I had my son in 92, so like 91, I think it was. So I'm on my way home from work. I'm just riding. I got a backpack on. And what I assume to be going down in the ditch is no longer a ditch. It's a drop off. So I go right off the edge. Shoop, boom, straight down. On this bike. Straight down, handlebars cross, jab me right in the stomach, right? Let me make sure. So they jab me in the stomach and tumble over I go. I'm in the ditch. I wake up in an ambulance, right? Out cold. No idea what had happened. Luckily, as I'm traversing down the road and going along, some guy in a car sees me go down in the ditch, but doesn't see me come out the other side. So why he did this, where he had the wherewithal, he stopped and went to look and saw me laying in the ditch. Thank God, because then they picked me up in the ambulance. I had ruptured my spleen with the handlebars back in the day. So I was in the hospital for a couple weeks. All they had done, they didn't want to operate. They wanted to wait and see if it would heal up. I was into a little bit of internal bleeding, nothing terrible. But while I was in the hospital, I caught pneumonia like everybody else does when you're in the hospital, which is probably the bigger killer than anything else out there. I'm not stating anything on today's current business, but anyway, so a couple weeks in the hospital, got a kid on the way, done riding. That was it. Bike smashed. I don't even remember what happened to that bike, whether I sold it or whether it was totaled with the insurance company. I don't know. Honestly, don't know what happened to that. It's been so long. So 20 plus years ago, when I crashed this model bike doing that, back then I didn't really know how to ride very well, just kind of enduro off-road a little bit. Never raced anything in my life. So I said, you know what? If I'm going to race this evolution class, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get me that same bike, because I knew it so well back in the day when I was a young man. So I went out and I found it. Amazingly found it, just a couple hours from my house here in Florida. This bike, 1,900 bucks. It only has 3,000 original miles on it. So amazingly, these are the original tires on this bike. So that's what they look like with 3,000 miles on them. I was fascinated by this. Young man had it, him and his dad, and they literally just super cared for it. It's not been smashed up. I mean, it's got enough wear on it to show for its age, certainly, but obviously not been in an accident, not smashed up, looking really, really good. So what I got to do to it today to get it ready to race, because I most likely will smash it up, because that's who I am, right? Because I suck so bad at riding dirt bikes. I need to get it ready to ride. So what we're going to do, all these mirrors, all the crap's coming off, headlights going to come off, turn signals are all coming off, reflectors are all coming off. All these lights, extra, seat rear pegs are gonna come off. Just get her ready to go out and try to race a little dirt bike. Now, when I say race, what do I really mean here? This thing's not set up to race with my 215-pound fat ass on it. Not sprung for it. The forks are pretty soft. Everything's there. So it'll be a fun joyride at the same time. Maybe go a little bit faster than you typically will. I gotta slap some tires on it, which I got. So which ones did I get? I got the IRC's Enduro tire for the rear here. IRC Enduro tire. What is this? What is the name of this one? Whatever this one is. The VE33. So the VE33, and the reason is that's a 17-inch tire. And then for the front, I got this one. I'm not even sure what that one is. Some kind of tire. But IRC, gonna try those out. 17-inch rear tire, so pretty small. I guess I thought about upgrading to an 18-inch, but trying to find a hub like that or relace the whole thing, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. So 17-inch it is. So that's what I'm gonna do today, is kind of get all this thing stripped down, get the tires put on it. I'll put that into fast motion and we'll see. All right, that took forever in a day, but it's on there. So new tire, nice knobbies, seated well. See how it goes. Extra heavy duty tube. Now we're gonna do the front. That may take a while. Okay, tires changed, both front and rear. Right, so front and rear tires changed. Now I'm waiting on parts. So things I ordered. I went inside and I said, okay, I need a new chain slide. I need a new chain. I need a new, what else did I get? I don't know, a bunch of little crap. Stuff that I need to get this race ready. Oh yeah, bark buster stuff, I think I said that before. Okay. And then graphics, waiting on graphics from HPD Motorsports. HPD, yeah. I know they are working on some graphics for me for the EVO race too. Hopefully all this comes together by next weekend and I can take it out there. We'll see. I'll film the rest when the parts come in. All right. So this is what the Honda looks like now. So she's still in pieces. I have most of the parts, but I need a couple of crucial parts. Throttle tube, number 1. Chain guide number 2, they're not here. I expect them, well, I expect the throttle tube and all that next week because I actually didn't order it. I just ordered it this morning. By the way, look at this nightmare of a disaster. This is my son's Chevy Express van he picked up, but he's actually doing some good work. He put the walls in. He's getting the walls in, which is pretty good. He's going to do the floor. He's heading off to Home Depot to get some flooring. Put all in there. You know, what are you going to do? So he'll rig it up. It'll be nice. I'm sure at the end, I'll make sure I help him at the end too, make sure it's nice before he takes off trying to go camping in that thing. Okay, so besides that, I got to get the trailer out there, get set up, and I'll probably just go drop the trailer off. All right, hey, so today is Saturday, January 20-something, 2022. And this will be my first EVO race, so I know that my camera skills are pretty weak and my editing skills are even weaker, and pieces and parts and this and that, who knows. But we're out here in Okeechobee and we're getting ready to do this race. I forget what this one's called. I'll put that in the description. I'll put a thing what this race is called. But we're set up out here. Come on, camera. We're set up out here. We got the trailers. We got our whole group. There's Chris. We got the pier ponds. We got the fines. We got the Gamprels, Gamprel 1 and Gamprel 2s over there. We got all our bikes. Now, this is more about this one right here. So this is the Honda, all put back together now. 1986 Honda XL 250R. Be racing that today. Got the graphics on it finally. She's put back together. Races in about 30 minutes. So I just want to give you a quick preview of this, and then I'm going to head over there and do some race video of my first time out there. Now, something I noticed this morning, for the first time riding this bike, by the way, because I just put it together and put it out there, is it does not want to rev up. So it's got twin carbs. It will rev, when you slowly roll the throttle on, but when you goose the throttle, it cuts off, it chokes out. So I don't know what that problem is. I don't know how this race is going to go. It's more for fun anyway, the EVO Senior race part of it, so we'll see. So I can't gas it, I can't spin the wheel, it just got to be rolling on the throttle, so we'll see how that works out. But, and you'll probably hear that in the video too, or hear me screaming and cursing that the thing isn't working. So let's see. We'll see how it goes. Good to go. Here we go. Racing the Honda EVO class is looking pretty good. Lots of EVO bikers. Goal here is to stay upright on this bitch. 30 seconds. Get ready, baby. Good luck. Be safe. This is for fun. This is for fun. Here we go. Frank's not racing. All right.
10 seconds. not that serious. And go. 3 laps.
Yeah, how was it?
Fucking beautiful out there.
You started moving.
Course is awesome.
Yeah,
It's fully flowy. Yeah.
You seemed like you got way faster after the first lap.
The first lap, dude, it was sketchy. You're just like, oh my god. But really, I just got caught behind a group of people.
Yeah.
There's like a, you know, you're in the beginners, and you're in my class or the Evo class. They just stayed in the train the first lap. Now I was by myself in the last lap.
It looks like Will was 22nd
Overall.
out of 32 that were racing.
How many were in the Evo class? Like 11?
You got 8th, and you beat 2 people.
9, 10 people, yeah.
3,
I know. I
2,
passed.
Frank.
I passed those 2 guys out there. I stayed behind one guy for a very long time. I couldn't get by him. Every time I tried to give it gas, he'd bog. So I had no passing speed.
Is that the whole time?
The whole time. This thing's.
Okay, so you got to get.
You cannot get past somebody because you can't go like that.
Yeah, you got to get.
So you got to have ramming speed and then have a clear way to get around.
It's a successful first race.
Successful first race.
3 laps.
I stalled it just a couple times on the 3rd lap. I got a leg cramp right now. But the first 2 laps, no stalls, no falls. Tipped over in the 3rd lap because I stalled it and just let it fall over.
Holy shit, man. So you just got to tune the carburetor.
Got to tune the carbs, yeah, because she's not running right. I couldn't pass anybody. I got a major leg cramp. I think it's just so short. My legs stay cramped the whole time.
It's way too short.
It's too short.
You need the bar riser thing on there because it looked like you were humped over.
It's so small.
You know?
I got a wicked cramp in my leg.
Remember when you got on the 250 to go to the store?
Yeah, so I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
It was awesome. Okay, real quick. Evo race is over. I did 3 laps, which is pretty amazing for me. 8th place out of 10. Really super happy with that. Had a blast riding the bike. I know the camera was covered up, but anyway, I won't even bore you with that slow ass footage. Here's what she looks like now. After the race, a little muddy. The quads are running right now, so she did really good. Now, the only thing was, she wouldn't, if you goose the throttle, she would bog down. So I got something going on with the carburetor jets I gotta fix. In the woods, I try to pass somebody, get around them. As soon as I gassed it, she would bog. Hit the field section, same thing. I had to roll the throttle. And by that time, the guys are gone in front of me. So I was lucky to get even 8th place. I'm just happy. But so I had fun just putzing around on it. I think she's kind of small for me. I don't know how. I used to ride this bike all the time as a young man. All right, battery died. Let me do this again. But okay, so battery died in the camera. I'm back again. So just to check in. So when I was 20 something riding this thing, it seemed like it was a big bike. Now in my 50s, I feel like this thing's a child's bike. It's way too small for me. I caught a leg cramp out there, and my God, I couldn't get rid of it. But I think it was because I'm so tall now, even though I was the same height back when I was a kid, that it just gave me some cramps out there riding it. But here's what we're gonna do. We'll fix it. Higher seat, I think. Maybe raise the bars up a little bit. Had a blast. Evo class, there's no pressure, there's no trophies, there's no racing. It's just more like going out there having fun. The top guys in Evo class, they're blazingly fast. Good for them. I had a great time. I'm gonna do it again. It'll be super fun. All right, tomorrow we race the regular class. We'll see. So good job on the Honda.